tired, worn out and empty. Is your soul weary?
As the deep pants for water, so my soul thirsts for you. As the deep pants for water, so my soul thirsts for you.
Hello everyone, welcome to our maiden edition of Streams Africa chat room, and tonight is going to be wonderful. So stay glued to this channel. Don't go anywhere yet.
Lord, have your way. Lord, have your way. Lord, have your As the deep pants for water, thirsts for you. As the deep pants for water, so my soul thirsts for you. As the deep pants for water, so my soul thirsts for you. As the deep pants for water.
So you're all welcome. You're all welcome. So, hello. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
It's a pleasure to have you on our chat room this evening.
Same here. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes. So I want to know how you're doing. How has your weekend been so far?
Well, it's been very good, busy good, the kind I like. Packed with things I love doing, so I'm grateful.
Awesome. So, audience, I believe you can hear me, and you can hear our guest as well. I believe you can hear us. So if you can hear us, then we can set the ball rolling. So, like I mentioned earlier, tonight is really wonderful. We have a wonderful guest with us who is in the name of AMA Duncan, and she has a wonderful bio. It's a long list, but I'll just mention just a few so you know whom we are talking with. Yeah. So AMA Duncan has over 14 years experience in human resource development and is the lead consultant of AMA Duncan Consulting, through which she consults for businesses and has trained over 5,000 professionals. She is a business coach with over 60 past and present clients living on the African continent. She is also the founder of the Fabulous Woman Network. And the list goes on and on. But we'll leave it here. So once again, I want to officially welcome you to our chat room tonight. So, guys, I want you to stay with us for the next 30 minutes. As we digest and go through various questions, because there's a saying that you must not keep on. How do you keep on repeating the same techniques or strategies and expect that you get different results? So it's very expedient that, even as the year is still fresh, so it's very expedient that we develop certain mindsets so that we can actually adopt certain strategies that can take or move our lives forward. Yeah. So without much ado, I would want to talk about ask the very first question. I believe that that our mindset determines our lives. So what do you think? What do you think should be the mindset of anyone approaching this new year?
Thank you, Ron. And by the way, you have an interesting and beautiful name.
Thank you,
Ron
thank you.
Bless. Like for real, you are called Bless.
Yes, for real. That's my name.
Wow, that's amazing.
My
So your
dad gave me that
name,
name.
every time your name is mentioned, it's coming with prosperity, it's coming with goodness and mercies. That's
Amen.
fabulous.
Amen.
All right. So yeah, the mindset. It's interesting that we have to start this conversation with mindset because I found out quite recently how important mindset is everything. Like it's the beginning of everything. The state that your mind is in and the way it's thinking about things, the way it's perceiving things, that is absolutely what changes everything. Like if you know how we say whether you think you can or you cannot, you are right.
Yeah.
So in this new year, I mean, it depends on what it is that you're looking to achieve. It depends on who you are and what you're about. So I'm not going to be able to say this is the mindset for you, but I will share my own mindset. The mindset I have adopted for the past few years, and especially these past few months and weeks and days and hours, is I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That is here. And this is so important because a lot of the things I am doing and I intend to do, I see it as it's not physically possible. Like it's ridiculous. But my mindset is this: I can do all things through Christ who
Who
strengthens me.
strengthens me.
My mindset is it is the Lord who puts these desires in my heart. And if He did, He will make it happen. And already a few things have happened to confirm this. So even when I'm seeing everything else that seems like, oh God, I'm gonna forget this thing that you want, my mindset is no, it can happen. It can happen because God wants it to. And so it really depends on what it is you are looking to achieve, what you want. And you decide on your mindset. Nobody can put it in there for you. And this comes about based on your experiences, based on the things you are consuming, reading, listening to. They all go in here to affect your mindset, right? And so, yeah, that's mine. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I don't care what is happening. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Just stay focused on that. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I really like your response. I can do all things because it's very important that we, like the Bible, there's no limit to which a human being can actually what a human being can actually achieve. So whatever we set our minds to do, we can actually achieve our dreams this year. Yeah, so coming to our second question, I believe that most people do not set goals, and some also who set goals do not set them the right way. So how do you address this?
This must be you describing me not too long ago. I mean, from my personal experience, maybe I'll share a couple of the mistakes I used to make with
Okay.
goal setting. And this is also something I've seen that some of us make, like some of the people I interact with. Sometimes we have too many goals at the same time.
Mm.
At the same time, this same year, I want to get my doctorate. This same year, I want to buy a fancy car, build a ginormous mansion. I want to take my family on a trip to Bahamas. Like, we overwhelm ourselves with so many things. They are all
That's
great
right.
ideas.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like difficult to pick one. You feel like, oh, if I pick one and I ignore the other one, oh, then I'll be missing out. There's this fear of missing out on that goal. And so we want to do everything at the same time. And in the end, you know what? We don't do anything. We may do bits and pieces of each,
Yeah.
then that's it. And this was my life over and over and over again for so long, until through experience and through personal development and through associating myself with people that I considered as winners or winning people. This was when things changed. I began to cut down and reduce the number of things so I can focus. So one of the biggest things is that we don't focus because we are all over the place. We are trying to do everything, like we say in Ghana, everything some. We want to do everything some. And that is one of the key things that makes it difficult for us to achieve our goals. The other thing I'll talk about is fear. We have all sorts of fears. Fear of being ridiculed is very high up there.
Yeah.
Fear of making
That's
mistakes.
true.
Fear of being criticized. Fear of things not going according to plan. So many different fears stop us from putting ourselves out there and doing what we really want to do. Fear of what people will say. What if they say? What if they say? So we worry too much about these, and sometimes we don't really go for what we really want. We settle for something else because, oh, at least then they won't talk about me. But seriously, who is never talked about anyway? I mean, even as you are sitting here, Ron, someone is looking at you, and instead of focusing on the words you are saying, the person is criticizing your beard or your cut.
Exactly.
Somebody is looking at me and thinking, how come she's bald? What's wrong with her?
Yeah.
That's what she
Exactly.
is not. You get it. Whatever we do, whether we do or not, will be talked about. So it's unfortunate that we let these things like fear and fear of the unknown. There are so many different fears. Fear of public speaking, fear of, oh, I want to say please, and I say please. Oh my God, they will laugh at me, and will you die? So some of the times we don't do what we really want to do. We don't focus on our goals because of the fears and the focus. These two things, I mean, they are quite a number, but I think these two are quite common and perhaps resonate with some of the people listening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. 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 So one keynote from what you mentioned is to focus on what exactly you want to achieve, because when you have a pile of things you want to achieve, sometimes you get confused as to which one you want to achieve. But when you focus on one particular thing till it's successful, then you can actually even measure your success accurately. Yeah. So how do you balance coming to your career? How do you balance work and with your career and also spiritual life as well?
This question, I've been asked this question like 1,000 times, and every time I don't know where to begin. Where to begin to even. Oh, Lord have mercy. I guess the simplest answer is I take it 1 minute at a time. Now I'm here with you. As I'm here with you, there's a Zoom call I need to be on waiting. So immediately I take my focus from here, we put it there.
Off to another.
Just 1 day at a time. And I guess another thing that really helps, and this didn't come from just starting and doing, it came from a lot of practice and making mistakes and all. But planning and really putting what's important first, what needs to be done for you first, and not overwhelming my schedule with a lot of things. And it's so funny. Every time I think, oh, I've really cut down, I've cut back on a lot, and I still find out, no, I'm actually still doing too much. So I'm like, what's this? When we trim weeds, like I'm always trimming.
Yeah.
And so there are quite a number of things I say no to so that I can say yes to the things that matter, But these didn't come easy. I've had to learn a lot, grow a lot. In the past, when I was asked this question about balancing, my answer would be, "Oh, I fail miserably," because I used to fail a lot, a lot. Like I used to consider myself as terrible at everything: being a mother, being a wife, being a career woman, being a business. Like I used to give myself F, but not anymore. Even if I see myself failing, that's not what I'll see. I say that I just take it 1 minute at a time. I plan. I say yes to what matters. I really am very protective of my calendar. Like I'm constantly looking at it, so I don't have anything clashing. And then I guess another thing that has helped me as I grow. By the way, I am officially 22 years old. So even if I say I'm growing, please, I am 22 years old.
It's I believe it's like the footballers. We have a football age. So it's your career age.
Yes, that's my career age, right? As I grow, have you forgotten what's the tip I was going to go? Oh my God, this is me, right? Sometimes I just go off like that. But yeah, giving myself grace and really learning to say no. It has become so important to me, learning to say no. Like, I'm so protective of my calendar now. In the past, I would never say no. Like, oh my God, who am I to say no? But now I'm like, no, I need to put me first. So, what I was coming to talk about was being self-aware, learning the things that make me tired or drain my energy, give me energy. So I am constantly scheduling those things in, and it's not like I always get it right. Sometimes I still get it wrong. Today, after 2 calls, I had a mastermind. So I have a group of women that I coach. We met today. After 2.5 hours, I was drained. I just went and I slept. I woke up, came for the next batch and the next batch after I went to sleep again. And now I'm here. So just before this call, I had 1 call. This is the second, and then I'll have the last one. And after, I'll sleep, like
Yeah.
now I am not overwhelmed. I still have so many things to do, but I've decided, okay, those things can wait. I'm not dying tomorrow, so I can handle them. And then give myself grace. Sometimes I'm not quite successful at managing my energy, but I'm relatively way better than I used to be. And so for me, that's how I balance.
Awesome. So coming back to the goals, is it very important that we visualize our goals and also to write them down?
So important. So important, and this is for even from the Bible. When God told Moses, write the vision and make it plain, there is something powerful about making our goals plain. I used to work in corporate, and my department was responsible for the department, like organizational strategy and all. We would hire um, an organization like a consultant. They come and charge us
Yeah.
thousands of dollars. We'll go on a retreat to do some strategy, use big words, and then come and put it in a drawer, and we'll not open it until the next year. And this was not only in corporate that we did it. In real life, we do that. Like I used to do that all the time. I'll write all these nice goals. I want to do this, da, 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 and then shove it somewhere, and then life happens. Then what's the point, right? I have learned through practice the power of writing my goals, making it plain, putting it in my view, putting it around me on my laptop,
Okay.
vision boards in my room. I have maybe 4 or so vision boards. Even on my laptop, I have pictures of certain things reminding me of what matters. Like,
Okay.
because there's so many distractions. Like, it's amazing how we can forget so easily. And so, if your goal is not written in a plain language that you yourself can understand, if you use big words like infrastructure and strategy and all these big words, and you can't even understand your own goal, what are you shooting for, So I
Yeah.
really believe in writing and putting our goals in pictures. Like if it's what are some of the things? Maybe if it's an organization you want to set up, you put the name on maybe a building, you put it there, or if it's a particular building you want to buy, you put it there. I've seen people put even men on their vision boards because they wanted husbands. I have my 3 books. They were all on my vision boards at one point or the other, but now they are reality. Because otherwise you can be so distracted by so many things happening. So it's really that powerful. And there's such a law as the law of attraction. Actually, these desires that come into our hearts, they are not in vacuum. It's so freaky. If I'm going to share about how my experience with vision boards, it's so freaky. Some of the things that have happened, just being on the vision board and then it's happening just like that. It's freaky. You guys will probably think I'm kidding about it, but anyway, just what I would say is definitely write your goals down. Definitely make them plain. Put it somewhere that every day you see it. Like some of the projects I'm working on. Okay, currently I'm working on the International Fabulous Women's Conference, which is just next weekend. And it's amazing. So one of my vision boards is just by my bedside. And sometimes I'm in a state, like something, I'm in a state and I'm like confused or something. And then suddenly my eyes just, like I look at the vision board suddenly, then I'm at peace. It's like it brings me back to focus. This is it. This is what you should be focusing on. So, and for me, focus is so important. Like, I feel like if I can focus, I can achieve, right? Because I don't want to be all over the place. And so writing your goals, putting it in plain spaces that you can see it every single day. And your vision board doesn't have to be only vision board. Even this cap you are wearing can have something that means something to you, that you remember.
Yeah.
And then you do what you have to do. So definitely keep your goals in view. Like that is, if you forget anything I've said today, and you are not keeping your goals in view where you can see it all the time, please just remember that. Just remember that. It's so important.
Awesome. Thank you for that response. Yeah. So wrapping up, I want to find out. So the key essentials of success. I believe that it's habits, forming strong habits. So how does one form right habits?
Question is, what is even right habits in the first place? So let's define that. Okay, so it looks like my family doesn't know I'm doing a live call, so they are just calling each other. Did you hear them? Oh my
Yeah, I
people.
heard that.
My people, you close the door, please. Paris. Sorry, this comes in the territory. Yeah, so
That's
you asked me about forming right
habit.
right? Yes.
Forming right habit.
First of all, the habits you want to form depends on what you want to achieve, right? So, question is, what do you want to achieve? Personally, for a long time, I didn't know what I wanted to achieve. I was just moving through life like a leaf. If you come and say, "Hey, Amma, let's go here," I'm coming. Let's do this, I'm going. I will be there now. I really didn't have any focus, which at that point wasn't really a disadvantage as well, I guess, because it made me explore. I've done a lot of different, exciting, sometimes scary, sometimes, oh my God, what are you thinking kind of things, right?
Yeah.
But then I didn't have focus. So I didn't know what I wanted, and I wanted to be everything some. Now I'm a bit more focused. So if you are here and when I ask the question, you asked me, and my question is leading to the question, what do you want? If you are here and you're not sure what you want, explore, especially if you are young. Explore. There are a lot of opportunities. You can volunteer. These days, people are looking for volunteers all the time. Like, I just had a meeting with my volunteers for the upcoming conference. There are always opportunities to volunteer. If you live in Accra, Kumasi, and these cities, there are conferences that you can actually attend for free. You just have to find them. There are places that you can belong, like church, mosque, wherever there are communities. You can volunteer, and then as you're volunteering, you are exploring. And then you find what ticks for you, what doesn't, right? And then you get to the point where you are certain of what you want. Okay, I want to be a fashion designer, or I want to be an entrepreneur, and I want to focus on making the best cocoa the world has ever had, or whatever. Then, depending on that goal, you decide the habits that you need to have. Sometimes we hear of fantastic habits and we also want to do it, but it may not
Yeah.
be applicable. The things, the actions we take depend, I mean, they need to be in connection with what we want. Do you get it?
Yeah.
What may apply to you may be totally different from me. Maybe you, for
Someone
you,
else.
you want to leave your beard and make it all nice. For me, I want to be bald. So we cannot have the same habits.
Yeah.
Although there are
Yeah.
some basic habits like waking up early, that is a very good thing to do.
Reading.
Reading, oh my goodness God. If you are not reading already, please, then just focus on reading only. Just start by reading and then of course applying. So those are basic, but then depending on what you want to do, there may be specific things you have to do. And even with regards to reading, we could all be reading different things. Like, what book are you reading now? The book I'm reading now is called We Should All Be Millionaires, because of what I want to focus on. Everybody could be doing different things. So what I want to say is, with regards to habits, first of all, decide what it is you want, or what is it you want to focus on, and then look at the habits that will lead you there.
Okay.
So even if it's the reading, maybe some people prefer to read in the morning for 15 minutes, some people in the evening, some people in the afternoon. So that habit is something. Joy, I'm on a call. Oh my God. Anyway, so yeah, it depends really on what it is you want to do, and then you form the right habits. And the last thing I would want to say is community, community, community. The people you surround yourself with, the people you are listening to, the people you are reading, they are all influencing you. It's funny how we think, oh yeah, I can watch it, but I will not be moved. That's not, come on. Your mind is so powerful, it has captured it even before you realize it's happening. So you really want to be conscious of the circles you find yourself in, because all these things help you know, oh, okay, that is possible. So I should do this, I should do that. And then that's how we end up doing whatever it is we are doing. So it's really super important to surround ourselves with correct people. Thanks to social media, we can actually be in any group in any part of the world. Just before coming here, I was on my mastermind group. So I have a group of women. We meet every 2 weeks, catch up on our goals, pray with each other, support each other, ask questions, how is it going, and all that. And everybody is in a different part of the world, and yet we meet. So there's no excuse to be stuck to a group of people you know you don't belong in, right? So definitely choose the right group. Yeah.
Awesome. 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 Choose the right goals. So unfortunately, viewers, we would have to cut short our discussion tonight, but we can assure you that there will be a part two. There will be a part two. So um, any other information will be relayed on our platform. Yes, but before you go, could you kindly tell us how anyone could contact you on any day on your platform?
Okay, so this is a good place. Instagram, I am here as the Fabulous Woman Network. You can also find me with AMA Duncan. My website is amaduncan.com. And I'm actually hosting a conference this weekend. It's called the International Fabulous Women's Conference. It's in person at Fab Hub Ashanti in Kumasi, but you can also join us online. And if you click on the link in my bio, you can read all about it. And I would love to connect with as many of you as
We
I
would. We
have
would
to
connect.
join.
We
Sure,
would connect. We would
sure.
connect. Thanks so much for having us, and for your important information.
My pleasure. And keep doing what you're doing. So I heard you say this is the first one
For the year.
Yeah, okay, okay. So keep doing it, and God bless you for this work.
Amen.
Sometimes you
Amen.
will get like, oh my God, I'm tired. It's okay. Do it for God. Even if you have only one person watching, just do it. You never know who you'll be blessing. Okay, and God bless you, your entire team. Marjorie,
Amen.
hi Marjorie, I see you, and everyone. God bless you all. Keep up the
Thank you
good.
so much. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Okay. Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. So, okay, guys. All too soon, we have come to the end of our discussion tonight. But so I just want you to know that there'll be a part two. So just hang in there. You can follow us on our platform. Our streams are free. Follow us on our platform, that is IG, Instagram, and then on Facebook as well. You can also join our WhatsApp platform. You can WhatsApp this number 050-137-6556. Yes, 050-137-6556 to be added on our platform. So thanks so much for all of you for joining us this evening. And watch out, there'll be a lot of discussions. So watch out. Have a good evening. Bye.